This is a quick breakdown on GBP JPY. So last week we had an interesting week. So we had a trade position here long in GBP JPY since structure is still maintained. Then it failed. Then we had a complete retest. Then I was like, okay, we've seen a lot of rejection. We see break of structure here. Then we had this wonderful trade to the upside. Yeah, our targets are way up, but it seems like here we had a lot of liquidation. So it means a lot of rejections here, 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 and also price when it came here, it fell. So we see this meltdown. But it was a very wonderful trade last week. So I'm gonna break it down. What are we gonna see from tomorrow? So when you look it down from a weekly perspective, JPY has been in this downward trend, right? And we're going to use the Fibonacci as dynamic support and resistance, right? So we're going to take this low high to this low, pull up our fibs. Then we are seeing prices is respecting, which acts as resistance in this 61.8. Price acts as a resistance here, went to the downside. Also, currently is acting as a resistance. And when you break this down to the lower time frame, and wait, before I continue, last week I said, okay, we are seeing EMA crossover to the upside, meaning we are now seeing a shift of momentum to the upside, right? So a possible retracement, which I'm possibly seeing, is to 78.6, which is I said, like, this is accumulation phase before this meltdown, meaning institutions were adding their sell positions, yes, very strongly. So this 78.6 is a very key level to have an eye on. Those are GBP JPY targets, long-term targets. And when you break this down to the daily, look at this very clearly. In the daily, you are seeing structure here, shift of momentum, right? So you see low high, low low, then we create this high 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 low high high. So here we had this from downward trend to upward trend, right? High highs, high lows, high highs, high lows. So we had this high 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 low high 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 low high 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 low perfectly. Then high high. So when you see the other thing, when you pull up your fibs from this low to this high, we're seeing price is currently respecting the what, the 38.2 Fibonacci retracement level, which is key. And the other thing, when you draw a trend line from here, this trend line is respecting this point here, this point, and also currently what, respecting this point, which is so key. And EMAs are kind of like pointing at sideways, which is fine, which is, since you're in this consolidation level here, which still structures still being maintained to the upside, and also we're seeing kind of consolidation. So this is consolidation before another move to the upside, right? Okay, so when you break it down to the far time frame, we said, okay, in the weekly perspective, we're saying, okay, GBP JPY is in a downward trend, but we see structure being broken for continuation to the upside to the 78.6, right? Then when I showed in the daily, we're seeing structure, there was a shift of momentum here to the upside, creating high highs, high lows. So currently price is just retracing to 38.2, which is another high low. And when you break it down to the 4 time frame, this is key. So price just created its first high low. So this is high 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 low. So this was the other high 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 low. In lower time frame, this could seems like high 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 low, but technically it has to respect the 38.2 to be considered as high low. So when you take it, you put it here, price didn't fully test the 38.2, so you couldn't consider it as a high low. But when you put it here, we see currently prices testing that at 38.2, so you could consider this a high low. And when you look closely here, we have this liquidation level from this blue line. You're seeing, okay, price came here, rejected, went to the downside, and also here reject, act here, also reject. Here it bounced twice, rejected multiple times, bounce, and here what are we seeing? We're seeing kind of like a bounce. Then I'll break it down to the day, to the 1 hour, what you could see. So when looking in the 1 hour time frame, normally we talk about those accumulation levels before this big move to the upside. So you see, okay, we draw our demand zone here. Ooh, we draw to the downside, right? So we see this is a key structure. Look at this. Let me put it in bigger time frame so you see. So high highs, high lows, high highs, high lows, high highs. This is just a complete retest. Look at that. So this is it's gonna be a very interesting week because when I was looking also at the court data, you've seen a lot of institutions are adding big positions in, they're buying the GBP, the pound against the Japanese yen. They're selling the Japanese yen to buy the pound. So that's interesting. So what they are trying to do is, okay, they're trying to push the market to the downside to collect liquidities, which is here in this demand area, so that they could push market to the upside, right? So if they're sell if you see like retail traders, when they see something is selling off like this, what do? They jump in the trade so that they could also sell. And when they sell, institutions are gonna, when there's too much people who are selling, they're gonna buy because they want to buy heavily in the pound. So you're gonna see pound move way to the upside. So this is a very good opportunities. We need to see, uh, we're gonna see this to the upside. Very good targets to the upside. Are we looking for long positions around somewhere around there, around that liquidation level, way to this target here? And normally, like some of these targets are normally put is, it could be a swing trade, it could be a scalp. So normally, like based on your trading style, you should learn to identify patterns and trade. Okay, so stop losses are gonna be below this liquidation, other liquidation level here. We're gonna put somewhere around there. Below this one, stop losses, that's like 50 pips for 100, almost 160. So that's good risk to reward. Um, so that's the setup for next week. Very wonderful trade. I'm looking forward for this one. For you, so all you need here in low time frame like M30 is break of structure, which is, let's say around here. You need to see break of structure around there, break of structure, retest, then move to the upside. Good, and good momentum. And also it's testing the trend line, it's respecting the fib. So this is a very wonderful setup. Yeah.